Right, so today you join me on a new water. It's not really my kind of fishing, this. It's a reservoir. It's got a lot of trout in it, but I'm not here for the trout. I'm here to see what perch are in. I know there's some perch in, so I'm going to see if I can catch some perch, but no doubt it'll be trout. But we'll give it a go, see what happens. Makes a change, nice relaxed fishing. Probably a little bit easier access on the banks, in certain parts anyway. Not fighting brambles and rivers up and flooded up and down. And this morning it was a bit of guesswork whether to go to a river because we had a bit of rains the last few days, and I thought, do you know what, I'll have a change, go somewhere completely different. So here I am, somewhere different. So we'll see what happens. Nothing so far. And me being me, I've managed to come off the beaten track a bit. Looks like we've got a fight with some bushes. That's going to be fun. I thought going off the beaten track might find me a few pegs, but nobody's fished, but you couldn't really get to the bank. Looks like we've got a lot of access now, so hopefully do a bit more walking and casting and try and find something. First of all, I'm no expert fishing reservoirs. What you tend to have is either a load of depth, it's really deep, or you've got bits where it's really shallow. Just in front of me, I've just been fishing here, it's really shallow. I can feel my low banging the bottom all the time. So what you've got, in the distance there, you've got a dam wall. And in the distance this way around that corner you've got another dam wall, and that's a dam wall with another small reservoir above it basically. So what you'd have, it all depends on how the reservoirs and the land lies. Basically what you might have at that end, you might have it shallow, and at that end you might have it deep. As I build a wall then it fills up with water, because what you had before were like a bit of a valley. They've dammed it and it fills up. That's not always the case. It looks pretty dark and dingy that way. And when I got to the first peg, it did seem like a bit of a drop off, so it might have a bit of a valley there. Probably some depth out in the middle and some depth down there. But this bit here is just shallow, and I'm just banging gravel. I mean, this has got a real steady slope. You can see this gravel behind me basically just steadily goes out. So that might go out 40-50 metres before you even get any depth. So going to have a little scoop round and try and find a bit of depth. I have a little shad wrap on, so the idea with that is make a bit of noise and hopefully we'll come to it any perch. But just no depth. I can see some trout rising out there, further than I can cast to. There's just no depth. What I have noticed is just on this corner up here, on this point, the banking's a little bit steeper, so that might indicate a bit more depth in front of me, so I'm going to go give it a go. There's no point fishing shallow water. I wouldn't say it's deep, about 6 foot. That's better than what it was before, so. Got my repaler stuck in my jumper. Again, we've got a steeper slope bank, so I'm hoping a little bit of depth. Right in the edge, just as I've walked up, there's been a few trout, so I'm just going to have a little go, see if I can catch one. Because there's a fish at the moment. Nailing stuff in the edge. Apart from trout, that's the first perch I've seen. A couple of small perch. I'm really glad of catching those at the moment, so used to try and catch a fish. Not exactly specimen perch, but the perch, and that's what I've come for. We'll go a little bit smaller, try a little tiny little jig head and a little curly tail. Gotta try something and catch a fish. So far it's not easy. It's So I didn't even manage to catch that little perch. I'm not doing very well at all. These reservoirs are not easy fishing. There's a lot of water to go at. And even though I can get a good cast out with a 10-gram jig head, I just no way can I cover anywhere there's near enough water. Fish could be anywhere. So much water to go at. Anyway, as you can just see, I don't know if you can just see it back of me, you've got a nice little banking's pretty steep here, and straight away in front of me you've got 15-20 foot. So I've had to go with soft lows, but nothing so far. I've just seen a few fish rising here, obviously a little trout. Put my little yogi on, see if that works, but I think by the time it's taken me to get my yogi out, they've actually gone. Yep. Hey, caught a fish! Oh my god. And how hard was it to catch that fish? That is my first fish from this water. Fishing it blind, not got a clue where to aim for. There's this one tree, seen a couple of perch, nothing happened. I'm just looking at these trout that's rising, and all of a sudden this load of fry scatter. I'm hoping there's something bigger chasing than these ones, but that's a fish, and I have not blanked. Right, let's try for some more. Where's the big perch? So these tree branches go into the water, so I actually first think I'd look to tree branch if I actually saw it. Good old yogi. I've even seen like things like grebes and cormorants, but they're not really working. They're not really working in bait shoals or anything. If you saw something like that, I'm actually catching fish. They're out there, they're just swimming around, not really doing anything. Tree. Fish. Fish number 2. What I thought might have been trout actually turned out to be a little chub. That's a bonus. Again, yogi, I put a slightly bigger yogi on. Come on. There you go. It's not a record breaker, but again, it's a really nice fish. And for me, that is a result. I've caught 2 fish. So I'll get sorted and we'll go give that spot another go, because what you've got is a little bit of breeze has blown everything in, and I saw him rising here and there's a big little there's like a tree branch in the water, so we'll go. As soon as it hit water it took that, so there might be a few more. I might be talking shit. I've only got my shallow yogi on. I'm going about 3 or 4 foot if that. I know there's a lot of depth here, so there's that chub. If we're going to take, they'll take pretty quick. So what I'm going to do now is try my softies again. Try and fish the depths, that's all you can keep doing, swapping and changing. Right, so I've had a lunch break and now I'm on the opposite side of the bank. Drove all the way around and straight away I found a feature, big rocky bank basically, so it's going to be steep here. The wind's blowing towards me, so that means all the nutrients are going to get lifted up. This is a theory anyway. Nutrients get lifted up, bait fish are about, blah blah, hopefully some fish, so we'll give it a go. Start shallow in case there's anything on top, yogi, and then fish depths and try different softies and things like that. And I've got to really give this bit of pasty, see what I can get out of it, because there's not many features. I started on that point over there, fished all that, deep water, bit of structure along this bank. What I've got here, I've actually got, like I said, I've got the brown water where the nutrients have washed up against the rocks, and then you've got the line where it's clear at the other side, so it's a bit of a feature. You'd have thought there would have been some bait fish somewhere, but nothing happening. I've got to move again. It's not really turning into much of a fishy video, it's more of a me showing you how not to catch fish video. I'm now right at the top of the reservoir, some small bays, so I'll give these a go, and I just had a cast and missed one. Probably worth a trout with the way it smacked it. Species number 3 anyway. See me. Quick look before I put it back. Little brownie. Finally caught some fish. Not been easy. Couple of brownies, rescuing it. 3 species, can't complain. A tangle. It hammers it home to you. I've fished a lot of water. But when I've actually found fish, I've taken them straight away. So some I've always said, keep mobile and catch them. The spots what I thought were fishing, I tried different tactics, it didn't work. Places that I've seen, a place I've caught, I've just caught a fish straight away, so there you go. So that's it, that's the end of my video. Bit of hard work, covered loads of water, but nowhere near covered anywhere near enough. There's just so much water you can't reach on reservoirs. We'll have to do a reservoir video, so there it is. No pike in this one, so mainly perch, chub and trout. Quite a few different sorts of trout in this one. There's brown rainbows and there's blue trouting, but I only had brownies. But a little bit of sport, but most of the fish came from just dropping on them and just keeping mobile and finding them. I was hoping to find some spots and found a few deep holes and I was jigging in there, but I couldn't get anything. I was hoping to find some perch, but it didn't happen, so there it is. Everybody's here now, doing picnics and throwing stones and throwing my dogs in. So time for me to make a move and find somewhere quieter.